Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello. So I'm quite disappointed with Euro USD because GBP USD is actually following through quite nice, and now it feels again like, oh, I've traded the wrong market. But GBP USD is following really like it's going through it really nice, reacting beautiful after new week opening gap, reacting off of a low volume area as well as a high volume area. So yeah, just beautiful reactions that we are seeing over here. This is the high volume node. Uh, just do this. This is the new week opening gap, and then this is the low volume area. So GBP USD is reacting perfectly to this, and I felt much more comfortable with Euro USD. But look at what's currently happening on Euro USD. Okay, we traded around and through this low volume area, and we are still trading inside of the new week opening gap, which is not what we really do want to see before the New York pre-market analysis session, because we might just see a quick spike to the downside and then just go up again in our favor. Um, so yeah, really quite disappointed with this. I didn't fully accept the fate yet, because we are obviously still in the trade, just a couple of pips in the couple of pips still in the drawdown. Um, Took GBP USD before yours, lol, still in entered 126450. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Well done. Well freaking done. You entered quite late, but it's still a decent entry. Okay, but what I'm still looking for is still this upwards push back towards the high of today so far. Definitely going to want to go and test that level. Otherwise, we might form a range. Uh, we actually use this one. We might just form a range inside of these two price levels, which is something we do not want to see. Enter 10 a.m. A bit earlier. I get you. I get you. So around here-ish. Um, but yeah, waited for that reaction off of new week opening gap. That's exactly what we got on GBP USD. Now there's two things that we might see happen during the New York session is either one, we see this type of range that we will form in between the high and the new week opening gap, or we might just see us push through this high of today, and then we might look for that reversal to the downside or perhaps a continuation. Um, so yeah, that's it for GBP USD. Jumping to Euro USD, that's we might expect exactly the same actually. Either we go and reach for the new highs of today, or we might just form a range inside of these two levels. Um, this low volume area might also be a point of resistance. That's why one of our take profits is at this level, because we might see a reaction of this price level, or we might just push through and then we might start the range type of thing, that we do not want to see. We want to see continuations. If we can get that continuations early on, it could actually be really, really, really fantastic. Early on, I mean by early on in the week, because then we have a clear trend direction for the week, and continuation trades will definitely be much more easier, and there will be much more continuation trades available for us. Okay, so that's it for Euro USD and GBP USD. USD JPY, we actually pushed through towards this previous week's low volume area, reacting off of it, also reacting off 200 exponential moving average. Um, so now we want to see the market to push back through this low volume area, okay, and then perhaps look at the lows of the week on USD JPY. I'm really in love with this reaction that we had over here. We just need to close below this week over here, which is a minor low, because from this low we created this high. So I just want to see a close below this area, and then it's almost like we might definitely see that continuation to the downside, pushing back towards the lows of this morning as well. Okay, now I quickly want to jump to Brent crude. Usually when we see this type of price action, we do see a reversal back to the upper side, but it's not always like that. Let me just quickly drag out my volume profile over here. Uh, the previous week, Friday, quarter to 11. There we go. Okay, and we also do have our volume area, our fair value area right up here, which we might definitely see a retracement towards this price level is definitely something that I'll be looking at. This looks quite good. This is looking really good. A retracement back towards this level. This might be fantastic. We do have a couple of low volume areas. This one in particular has the most amount of reactions and that we use as a resistance and support. Then we have this high volume area as well, high volume node as well that I'll be looking at. This high volume areas might also be something for us. Okay, if we can get a clear break through these two high volume areas and well, high volume nodes, we can get a break like this and use it as support, then we might definitely see a retracement back towards the fair value area. This is also looking quite good. I do like this. And exactly the same for gold. We are at the top of the range again at the new highs. Okay. The analysis from last week Friday also really played out good. Didn't get it nicely move to the upper side. We actually took our time to reach those price levels. So we'll actually also just look at the volume profile for the previous week. Clock towards Friday, quarter to 11. Okay, quite balanced. No, not quite balanced. Definitely a trending week we had the previous, well, last week. With the high volume area sitting over here, we will see, you can see the volume up here, this little high volume. Well, it's not high, but it's definitely volume that pushed price down. We might definitely see some resistance at this price level. Okay, otherwise, if we get a clean break to the upper side, we might use it again as support, pushing price higher towards the 2980 level. That might definitely be something to be worth looking at. Then we have this low volume area that we haven't touched really. If we are going to look for that retracement. And then obviously also this, literally just see the gap. It's like a bite out of the volume. And then right below it, we have a high volume area, but I'm not too bothered with this because if price pushes down through these two low volume areas, we might definitely see a reaction if we get towards these levels. All right, so yeah, that's well, we actually went through this. We flew. That's going to be it for our New York pre-market analysis session. Oh wow, why did it feel so quick? We literally looked at 5 markets. What will be the time frame? Um, what will be the retracement on the overbought condition on the daily time frame? Depends on what you mention by or what you mean by overbought conditions on a daily time frame. Because sometimes overbought conditions actually could provide us with a leading indication that we still need to buy even more. But we might also see a bit of a retracement back towards the fair value area. We might see retracement back towards the fair value area of the previous week, and then again look for that continuations. All right. Because I don't usually do the overbought or oversold conditions. I'm not too fond with that because it's a lagging indicator. It might be sometimes a leading indicator, but it might lead us towards thinking, okay, people are still buying gold, so it's still in a really good upwards momentum or buying momentum. Um, so yeah, and yeah, I just don't. I rather look at where the market's currently pushing at and where the volume is sitting than focusing on overbought or oversold. But it's still a good question. All right, then I will see you later for our Let's Talk Profitable Trading session tonight at 7, where we will just do a bit of macro analysis for the week ahead, looking at a few fundamental events coming out. It's literally 25 to 30 minutes. It's really fun. It's people are really engaging and interactive. So really, I'm really looking forward to that session again tonight. So hopefully I do see you there, and then you must enjoy the rest of your Monday afternoon. All right. Cheers, everyone. Take care and be blessed. Cheers.